you're welcome back to our channel. So today we are going to be learning how to make this delicious chicken stew for your family members this festive season. I'm going to show you guys step by step from the scratch every single thing that you need to learn about making the stew. We're going to be starting with the chicken. So this is about 1.5 kilos to 2 kilos of chicken, and I'm using just different parts. I have the legs, which is my favorite. I have the wings, I have the gizzard, the head is there as well. And then we also have the gizzard part. Yes, this part. We just have like different parts of the chicken. So we're going to start by boiling our chicken. That's the first thing you want to start with. Okay, so you're going to place your pan on your pot rather on medium to high heat. You're going to arrange your chicken in, and you're going to start by seasoning with your sauce. You guys, the full list of the ingredients with measurements will be in the description, so you just make sure you check it when you're done with the video. So I just added salt. Now we're going to add some seasoning, and you guys, the seasoning powder I use, a lot of you already know, I mix 2 different types of seasoning powder. One is the chicken flavor, the other one is no. I'm going to put it up right now so you can see what it looks like. Now this is the curry powder. We're going to be adding your curry powder because you're making chicken stew. So apart from the curry powder, you're also going to be using the husband of curry powder. Guess what? You guys already know our thyme. Both of them go together, right? So also going to be adding some thyme, and we are going to be adding this well, not so compulsory spice that I really like, nutmeg powder. I like the distinct aroma and taste that this nutmeg adds to my chicken. Okay, so you can just add a little, but it's not necessary. Now apart from that, we are going to be blending a marinade, right? So this one right here is your onions. You guys, this is the onions. You are going to be needing some garlic and your ginger. Even if you don't like it, just add a little bit. It's going to really heighten the taste of your chicken when you're boiling. Okay, so we're going to blend all of this thing together. Normally you're supposed to just chop them in, chop your onions in, chop your garlic in, chop your ginger in, but if you want your chicken stock to taste different, if you want it to taste genge, just blend these 3 things together. I added just a little bit of water, and you're going to just blend this into a puree. So this is what our puree is looking like. We are now going to pour in our pot of chicken, and you guys, we will not add water right from the beginning. We'll just pour the marinade in, and then we are going to cover our pot. Of course you have to stir, and then I also added one extra thing here, pepper. You guys, this is not necessary at all, but you guys, me and pepper, we are together forever. So I just chopped in some Atarodo, and then that's what I just added right now is the bay leaf. Everything is shared there for the aroma, so that our neighbors can know that something is happening in our house, Abby. So you're going to just stir this together, and you're going to cover your pot. The reason why we're doing this is because we want our chicken stock to be very rich, to be very tasty, to be very delicious. So now I left that to cook for like 15 minutes, and now this is what it's looking like. Can you guys see that our chicken is looking well coated and of course very tasty? Now at this point, you might want to add some water, and then you're going to add some water and then leave this to cook for like an extra 20 to 30 minutes, depending on the kind of chicken that you have. This is your normal regular what's it called again, not layers, the other one, the other type of chicken, the botti type. This is the botti type of chicken. This is a botti type of chicken. So if you are using the layers, the native chicken, it means that you might have to boil your own chicken for a long time. You also have to probably test your stock at this time to be sure that the seasoning and the salt is okay for you. Okay, so now we've been boiling this now for about 25 minutes, and our chicken is ready. It's ready to be fried or grilled, and this is what our chicken is looking like. It's looking so delicious, you guys. The aroma of this chicken, don't let me talk too much. So you're going to take this out one by one, and we are going to now separate the chicken from the stock, and this is what your stock should look like when you are done with this chicken. So you are now going to get a sieve. right? Get a sieve. You can even use like a chiffon cloth, just get anything, and then filter your chicken stock, right? Because we don't want all these particles and all these things inside our stock. We want our stock to be clean and clear. So you're going to just filter it, and you're going to set this aside, because you can use the stock to make your fried rice. If you're going to be making fried rice, okay, you can use the stock for your fried rice. You can also use the stock for jollof rice. You can use the stock for your chicken stew as well. So we're going to be using the stock for our chicken stew. So this is what we have at the end of the day. This is the chaff that we have from our chicken stock. You guys, are you guys following? And this is what our stock is looking like. Yeah, so this is our chicken stock. Okay, so now we're going to set this aside, and we have to fry our chicken. If you don't want to fry your chicken, you can grill it, but I for some reason I like fried chicken. Or you guys, which one do you prefer? Do you prefer grilled chicken or fried chicken? Let's decide. Drop your answer in the comments. Okay, so now we're going to drop an onion and garlic in this oil, because we want the aroma and the flavor of these two things to enter our chicken, right? So a lot of you usually ask me, T-Spices, why do you drop an onion? Why do you drop an onion in your oil? Is to heighten the flavor of your chicken. It's going to add a lot of aroma to your chicken, and then it's just going to add a lot of flavor and aroma. So you can probably just do an experiment, fry something without an onion, especially yam, and then fry with an onion, and then check out the difference if you like it or you don't. Okay, but I usually just like adding it, and to be honest, this chicken is smelling so good right now. So you just want to add that onions to your oil when you're frying it. So now we've been frying this chicken for about 15 to 20 minutes, and it is crispy. It is looking dry already, and this is what our chicken is looking like. So if you don't want your chicken to be this dry, just remove it whenever you want to. Okay, so now apart from the chicken, the next step is your tomatoes and your pepper, you guys. So this is what our tomato is looking like. So make sure you tell them to give you the very fresh red tomatoes. It's very important. If you want your stew to turn out very, very red, tell them to give you the very red type of tomatoes. And then the combination of peppers. These are the combination of pepper we're going to be using. This is called Scotch bonnet pepper, also known as Atarodo, right? You can find all of these peppers in your local market. And then this one is the Tatashey. Did you guys see that I'm showing you guys the inside of this Tatashey, because you're supposed to remove the seed from it, and this is what it's looking like. In case you don't know, it's called Tatashey. It's also known as real bell pepper. And now this long type of pepper is called Cayenne pepper, right? This is also remove the seed from the pepper, just to avoid any story that touches the art. And this is what the cayenne pepper is looking like. And then of course your onions. And the reason why I like removing my seed is because if you leave it in, it might make your stew bitter. So just make sure you remove it. Now there are 3 confirmed ways to make your pepper mix, right? And I'm going to show you guys the 3 steps. Now the first one is to roast your peppers, right? So just get a baking tray, put a foil paper over it like I just did, and then slice open your tomatoes and then place it on it. So we're going to roast this pepper in an oven, in an air fryer, whatever it is that you have, in a charcoal pot. And then of course with the onions and everything, you can also add your garlic too at this point, your garlic and your ginger. Just feel free. Okay, you're going to put this in an oven for like an hour, and this is what it is looking like. Can you guys see? Yours can be, can stay longer than this, but I just left mine to just roast for like an hour. So this is what it's looking like. Then you're going to now blend it immediately as it is hot. You're going to blend it immediately as it is hot. You guys, trust me, this is like my favorite way of making my tomato puree, because it's going to come out thick with plenty aroma. The aroma is not here at all. So we've blended it, and this is what our roasted pepper and tomato mix is looking like. It is ready for stew. Sharp. No need for you to be boiling again. And trust me, if you use this method, you are going to really, really like it. So now, apart from roasting your peppers, you can also boil before you blend. I know a lot of us are used to the normal blending before you boil method, but this one too is a very confirmed way. I use it all the time. So just put in your tomatoes and your peppers. Don't put any water at all. Just make sure you slice open your tomatoes, and the water from the tomatoes would come out by itself. Okay, so I just added in my Atarodo, I added in my onions, and then leave this to boil on medium heat for about maybe 20 minutes, just to soften your tomatoes and your pepper. Okay, so now this is what it looks like after boiling this for about 30 minutes. Okay, can you guys see that there's water in the pot already? Okay, so you're going to now take it out and then blend it immediately. Okay, so just blend immediately and then that's it. That is how to make your pepper mix. Like, guys, it is so easy and very straightforward. At this point, you don't need to boil anything again. Just use it immediately for your stew. Your stew is going to come out very sweet because this method is going to eliminate every sourness. So in case there's anyone out there still complaining of that sour taste in your stew whenever you make it, try this method. You are going to love it. Okay, so we are now blending and this is what our blended mix is looking like. Can you guys see? Smooth, tasty, aroma on point, taste on point. And you guys, this is the second method that I want you to try out if you haven't. Now to the third method, which is our regular method. You're going to just put everything in a blender, your tomato, your pepper. And you guys, I don't blend with water when I'm blending. I just cut open the tomatoes and then make sure you add it first before you add the pepper, and then you blend. There's no need for water at all. And then after you are done blending, you are now going to pour it in the pot and then leave this to dry out by itself for several minutes or even hours, depending on the quantity of your tomatoes and your pepper. So after boiling this for about 45 minutes, this is what our blended mix is looking like. It is looking dry already, ready for our stew. You're going to take it off it, and we have to now start frying the stew. So now with the same oil that you used in frying the chicken, you're going to pour it in a pot, the same oil, okay? You're now going to add some onions, and then you guys, tomato paste. This is going to help thicken your stew and to give it that bright red nice color that we all love in our stew. And I'm using just a can of this, about 210 grams. Okay, so you don't have to use it. It is not compulsory at all, like I said before. But if you want your stew to have that patish, sweet, nice aroma and color, you might just have to use tomato paste. So now I added some onions in the oil, and we're going to now go in with our tomato paste. We're going to go in with it, and we're going to just fry this for like 10 to 15 minutes. And while it is frying, you can also add your seasoning and your spices and everything at this particular point. I learned this when I was working with a caterer in Ibadan. Okay, so they like to just add all of their seasoning in when the tomato paste is frying. So this is also going to eliminate any sourness in your tomato paste, just in case. So I have added my seasoning powder, I added my curry, I added like an extra thyme, not too much. I also added my salt, basically everything I'll be needing for the stew. So I added all of that in at this point, and then you're going to just stir together and fry very, very well. And you know your tomato paste is well fried when it's starting to look like this. You have nailed it. Then you are now going to go in with your peppers. Okay, so you guys, I already showed you guys 3 ways to make your pepper mix. So whichever one you want to go with, just go with it. But since we have the 3 types, I'm going to just mix everything together and we're going to just combine everything together. So I have the smoked one, I have the boiling before you blend, and I also have the blending before you boil type. So we are going to just mix everything together, and our work at this point is let's say 80% done, because we've already done the major work earlier. So you're just going to leave this to simmer, just going to leave this to just be, just be plain inside the pot. Then you're going to add our chicken stock, the one I showed you guys earlier. You're going to add it in. You can also add water if you want to, but it's not really necessary again at this point. And then leave this to cook slowly on medium heat for about 20 minutes. Now you're going to now start by adding your chicken, right? You know your stew is well fried when you start seeing oil on top, dancing happily on top like this. You know there's no more water in your stew at that point. Now we're going to now pour our chicken in, and we're going to stir together, and then leave this again to simmer for probably another 15 to 20 minutes, and your chicken stew is ready, you guys. Trust me guys, if you follow this recipe, your family members would thank you. Like, they will argue, they will dash you money because it smells divine. The aroma is lovely, the taste is amazing. Like, oh my god, you have to just try this recipe, okay? So guys, quick question. You saw the pepper mix that we made earlier, so which of them do you prefer? Do you like the roasting before you blend, the boiling before you blend, or the blending before you boil method? Which of the three methods do you prefer? So just drop your answer in the comment section. And today's shout out is going out to Gracie Space for dropping a comment in our previous post. If you want to get a shout out, just drop a comment under this post and I'm going to send you a warm hug in our next post, okay? My name is Tosin and I'm here to help you become a better home cook. So make sure you subscribe. I'll see you in our next video. Bye guys.